I'm going to tell you why in this video that abandoned houses in this particular market, my market, New York City, are not that great. They attract your eye if you're a new investor or even an old school investor, whatever, if you have one or two properties. People usually are in neighborhoods and they always wonder, well, wow, this house is abandoned. They start thinking of all the things that they could do. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to show you today one perspective as to why abandoned houses are nothing but a headache. All right, so I'm in Laurelton, Queens, New York, right? Shout out to my Queens people. And all around this neighborhood is nothing but pretty houses, right? And I just pulled over. There's an abandoned house here. I'm going to show it to you. All right, I just pulled over. Let me get out. Yeah, it's raining out here, and I'm in a good neighborhood. I'm gonna show you behind me. You can see behind me here. See all these houses? This is a tree-lined block, right? Pretty houses back here, even across the street, right? All these houses are really cool. Look at all these properties. See all of that? And then, here it is. You see this? This is an abandoned property, right? And I'm gonna get out the rain. So the thing is, an abandoned property like this, what it is that people get attracted to this, especially if you're new in the game. And then what you do is you start trying to find out, hey, let me see if I can find this house. Let me see if I can get to this house. But so I had to get out the rain. The problem is, and it's not too much of a problem, but the thing that's going to slow you down with that is when you see an abandoned property, it does attract your eye because you're thinking, hey, I can fix that. Let's redo that. Maybe it's cheap. The thing is, what is an ugly house like that doing in the middle of this beautiful neighborhood, this affluent neighborhood? This is a nice neighborhood. Laurelton, Queens is not a slouch neighborhood. It is a nice neighborhood. There's nothing but a bunch of houses out here. Nothing but good people, good working class people, big homes, right? So I'm going to tell you the property value over here is at least $500,000 or more. Minimum, maybe $700,000-800,000. So that house is abandoned in the middle of all of these other good houses. And what that means is that there's tons of red tape with that property. There's just tons of red tape. And the reason I'm speaking on this is because I see this all the time. A lot of people that are just coming into the business or fairly new are attracted to these abandoned houses, right? They're attracted to these abandoned houses. And I'm just going to tell you, before you go on a road trying to find the owner of that property, right, or who owns the property and try to purchase it, it's a lot faster if you knock on somebody's door that's owned the house for a long time and ask them, hey, are you interested in selling your house? Because now you're talking to the owner, right? And what it is I've just seen where abandoned properties, number one, is probably a condemned building, right? It's probably not safe, and it's probably just a lot of things wrong with it. Tons of issues with the property. Maybe it's in court. It's probably a bunch. And then you have to think, in a market like this, there's probably been tons of other investors that have tried to get this. They've tried, like tons of other investors that have tried to get this property. And the problem is that they can't. Something is holding it up. Some issue is holding this property up. And it's just not able to go. And I'm going to show you another one. This one is pretty boarded up, but I'm going to show you another one. So I just pulled over to the next one. And what I'm going to show you is there's another abandoned property, but this one is a little different. The next one I'm going to show you, it's still raining. I'm out here in the rain. But it's like, I thought about it. I was like, I got to show I gotta show you this. So here's the next one. You see this house? This one behind me right here. See this property? This property is another abandoned property. It looks like they've been working on it for a long time, and it's just in mid construction. As you can see, you see the doors are boarded up. They got to keep out. You see the scaffolding. So it looks like somebody's been working on it, but it's been like this property here. Nice, right? It's nice. It's been like this for months, at least over a year. So what that means is there's a problem here. The thing is, a lot of people are attracted to properties like this. A lot.
Listen, I just want to hop in here real quick because if you're serious about growing and becoming this real estate investor, and all you're looking for is some guidance that's tailored around those that are committed to their journey, I got a special community for you. Now, in this community, this is where we go way beyond surface level advice that you can just get from anywhere. All right? We share insights on a daily basis that's geared towards getting results. Now, this is not for you info junkies. If you're an info junkie, I got some bad news for you. This is not for you. This is only for those that are serious about taking action immediately to get results now. I'm going to leave the link to the community in the description. Our next coaching call is this Friday. Tap in. Let's get back to the training.
Yeah, so like I was saying, it's raining. I would love to be outside, but it's a little rainy outside. Like I was saying, a lot of people are attracted to abandoned properties. And you have to imagine that there is a lot of issues with properties like that. And it's not that you shouldn't go after it or you shouldn't pursue it and you can't learn anything. And yes, you can. You can learn a lot in trying to find out the owner and who owns it and what the situation is. It's just that the road is a longer road, and it's usually better when you've done a deal already, or you've known where, you've closed on a few things and you've gone through some issues, other issues with closing an investment property. Because trying to pursue that, it can be so frustrating that it can tap you out, right? Meaning you can get frustrated and just drop off. And all I'm saying is that there's a simpler way, right? You can pick any properties out here and just find out if a person is interested. Because real estate is not about the house. See, the house is just sitting there. The reason why it's not sold is because of a person. There's people that are involved that are either not letting it go or not letting it move, or for some reason it can't transfer because of the people or the situation involved that usually has something to do with a person. It may be tied up in some type of litigation or court. Maybe a family doesn't agree with something, or partners are fighting, and that one, especially with the construction, it could be some partners that are fighting and one person doesn't want to let off, or it could be a disagreement between two people. So what I'm saying is that just if you're beginning or you're looking to get a property, abandoned houses in hot markets like this, because again, that second house is the only house in this whole neighborhood that's abandoned like that. And it's been like that for years. So the amount of red tape, is that it would take too long. You'd go a lot faster if you look for a property where a person just wants to sell their house. They just want to sell their house. That's it. And I have a couple of videos that talk about that. Hey, you can just contact, you go in your phone and you do your contacts, or there's software where you can target. One set of people you could target are people that have had their home for a long time and they're just tired of having it. right? They're just tired of having it. One of the rental properties that I purchased was from a person that was a tired landlord. And let me tell you, houses could be frustrating. There's a lot of people that are out there that are tired. They're just tired of owning that house. You know, even I've been a tired landlord. I get tired of the tenants, tired of the maintenance, and sometimes the rents or the whatever income is not worth it. Be like, I just want to get rid of it, especially if it has some value, right? I'd rather just take the money instead of dealing with the house itself. The roof is breaking down, or I got a tenant that won't leave. I got one tenant that won't leave. That's been there for over, 10, 15 years. I wish they would move out so I could raise the rents, or renovate the apartment and get market rent at this point. So just remember that abandoned properties, there's a faster way to get, your deal done. And unless you have the stomach and you want to learn about red tape. So I would say the best thing to do if you want to pursue abandoned property, especially in a hot market, do it with someone who has experience, who's been doing real estate for a long time. Right? Just do it with someone, have someone that's with you, that's going to guide you step by step. And because I'm sure there's some issues. And you can learn, there's a lot to learn. But just know that if you're going to go about it, be ready, be prepared to be a little frustrated, and know that it's going to take some time. It's not going to be quick. You won't close on this tomorrow. Right? If real estate is your thing and owning houses, and if you're in the neighborhood and you want that house, go for it. Just get prepared, get knowledged up, and be prepared to deal with the issues. Because that's what real estate is ultimately. You're really, to become an investor or to be an investor, you're ultimately solving a problem that someone has. And there's a house involved, a property involved. Usually it's nothing but problems, and there's a property involved. And you become Superman or Superwoman, and you come in and fix the problem by selling or moving that property. All right? I'll see you on the next training. Oh, I do have this training right here. That video is how you can find property really quick by just using the contacts in your phone. All right? I'll see you on the next training.